out there in Blood Bowl land. Hope you guys have been doing pretty good here. As the normal here, I did go and predict Ducky's team to win. Why? Because, man, he's probably one of the most solid coaches I've ever probably seen in my Blood Bowl career. Well, I've seen some pretty darn good ones, and he definitely ranks up there. Ducky's Lizard team. Oh, yes, and he looks like he's going to have the star player here, Hemlock. And we'll be taking on Holba's Renegades, the Wood Elf team. He did actually come in here as a wild card team, as he did not actually get the... He came in the second best Wood Elf team, and it was actually Sean 18's Wood Elf team that did get the nod to come in. Otherwise, Holba might not even be here had Anarian had been able to reach us in time to get his Wood Elf team in, and then Sean 18 would have been able to come in, and not Holba here. So, kind of a lucky turn of events here for the Holba's team, because he probably shouldn't even be here at all. But first, we are going to look at our wonderful teams. Let's see how both of these guys are going to be looking with skills. And as you see there, Treeman with multiple block here and the block ability for the Treeman, and that's really great, except that the Treeman, even though he's got the multiple block, besides I guess the first hit in the offensive series, it's really won't go to you probably most likely just gonna see one person attached to the Treeman, and that's it. So multiple block is not really going to be useful for pretty much the rest of the game. And he does have a couple of war dances here for his Wood Elf team. One of them here with strip ball, +1 movement allowance. The other one also +1 movement allowance, strip ball. But with this one here with the mighty blow and tackle. And this one here without such skills there. And the lineman for this Wood Elf team. Blodge for just about all of them. Catcher here with the +1 in movement allowance. Wow. So he can make a one-move touchdown all by his lonesome. Hell, I don't even think he needs to move off the line. I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't. So he's got the sprint, and he's got the +1 in movement allowance, and he's got Blodge on his side as well. So how are you going to stop that guy from making a one-turn touchdown? I don't know. But here, the Dauntless, as well as having the sprint ability, sidestep, she's got sure feet on that one at least. And so this Wood Elf team, anytime he steps on the pitch, can really score it very well. Really score it big time well. Let's go ahead and take a look now at the Lizard team. And I gotta press play so that I can see him. We'll be sporting a star player, Hemlock. Hey, Hemlock. And he will be having him in as extra skink. Nice thing about him, he's got Blodge ability with that sidestep, jump up, and also having that stab ability. So he can really do some work here, even though he's only got, what, 2 strength here. He can use that stab ability to the greatest ability, and he is going to be facing off against the Wood Elf team with the armor value 7, so he can really do some damage and work on the War Dancers and can really cripple them. So we'll see if Hemlock's going to be useful, and truthfully, he doesn't really cost that much money to get him in there. So a nice little pickup here for Ducky's Lizard team to play against the Wood Elf team here. Lizard's also going to be sporting his cross score with that break tackle and dodge ability. So not only does he have almost like a 5 agility, but he's going to be able to have dodge with it, as well as the guard and block ability as well. So pretty difficult to take down, and he's got to stand firm as well. So defender stumbles is basically just a push. So wherever the cross score is going to be, he is going to be standing firm. Not going to be able to push him away. So a huge cage breaker, cross score. And hell, he can just jump in there and maybe disrupt the cage even. Ah, yes, POTUS. You are going to be going for Mr. Ducke. I see that. Go, go, Lizards. He's going to have block for all of the Saurus here, except for these two guys, because he went with Mighty Blow for this one. A little bit of a debate there for a little bit, but I think the block metagame has really won out for the Saurus, because people were saying, oh, you know what? I don't take block for my first kill because I take mighty blow so I can maybe get more casualties and get more SPP so that I can get all the skills that I need early. But if you take block first, then you may just have block, and that's about it for basically the rest of your matches, because not going to be every day that you're going to get a whole bunch of casualties on you guys and MVPs. But I do believe block is probably the better way to go. I mean, I'm in the block camp. More skinks here. He's got diving tackle for that one. That's going to be great against these Wood Elf teams. So the Lizard team is really well prepared here to take on the Wood Elves, except for the fact that he doesn't really have anybody with tackle. But that's the normal here. Lizard team, that is absolutely the normal. That's one of the greatest deficiencies of the Lizard team. No natural tackle players. He does have another skink there with the +1 in agility and also sprint with the block ability as well. So pretty much the main ball carrier. But it appears that we are going to have the Wraithraisers choosing to kick here. So the Lizard team's going to play some defense. I guess I can't blame them, because when you have 4 strength Sars against a whole bunch of Wood Elf team that, you know, a little bit lacking here in the Muscals, then why not just stand firm and hopefully be able to stop them on the defensive side of the ball. But we'll see. Wood Elves are so offensively powered that they can make it almost at will. You talk about these war dancers, you need to also talk about these catchers, because they begin with that nice little sprint ability, and so pretty difficult to stop. And since they already come inherent with that 4 agility, then they can definitely go far and deep in there, and you can't really stop them too well, especially if you don't have tackle. So Lizard team, a little bit hands full today without having too many guys with tackle, but that's kind of the reason why you have Hemlock, to get that stab going and maybe be able to put the hurt on in that way. Perfect defense, and that's going to be great. That's going to stifle the Wood Elf team. Cross goal here on this right side, and then going to be able to stick a whole bunch of Sarses in front on the left side. Maybe. Looks like he's going to put his guy, I think he's going to have to put one more Sars up there or something. You need 3 guys on the line, my boy. And he's gonna do it though. He's not silly boy. He's not silly goose. But now, as you can see, the tree man, he's got multiple block, but he can't block anybody. That's what I'm talking about. Who's he gonna block? I don't know. Nobody. Ball's gonna land softly here to center, and we are underway. So Holba, again, as I said in the beginning, he probably shouldn't even be here. Had Anarian gotten word to one of the admins in time to let his Wood Elf team instead of his Dark Elf team in, well, we'd have Anarian's Wood Elf team, and then we would have Sean 18's other Wood Elf team to come in as the wild card, and Holba would be out. In fact, Holba was the only part of the equation where either he was in or out. Everybody else was gonna be in no matter what, but Holba would have been out had we been informed in time. So Holba playing like he shouldn't even be here, because he shouldn't actually, but he is in the quarterfinals against Ducke, and he needs to prove it here against the 2-time champion back-to-back, the Ducke Dynasty. So this is a really good test for him. He needs to prove that he belongs to be here, and he's gonna have to do it against a very good coach, against a very good team. Ooh, Prehensile Tail is going to be not working out there. It's just a 3+ dodge, but still, the croc score, that's what you're here for. Oh, he doesn't stop at dodge, saves him. And he will be able to put up against here this left side. And the Wood Elves offense, again, look at this. As you can see, already putting up a big old screen along the left side, and that's probably where the Wood Elves are going to go. And the question now is, Holba going to score it early? As per the use here for Wood Elf teams, scoring very quickly, and then after that relying on their war dancers to get into the cage and wreck it up. Lizards really need to get some hurts here. The only real way the Wood Elf team normally loses, and I say normally, is that either you get a lot of injuries on the Wood Elf team, or the Wood Elves have to get consistently nuffled by a whole bunch of 1 rolls. And that's pretty much it. Either that, or the coach just gotta be bad. He's gotta just be bad. And there we go. Nice little stab here. He did have to use the blitz here for that stab, but he does get it through, and that's going to be great. And it's just going to produce a stun. Not necessarily what he wants. He really needs to get the hurt here against this Wood Elf team. And with him down a skink, he's going to be down a little bit in the numbers. Luckily, though, it's just a sidestep skink, so not the one with diving tackle, but definitely one in which he needs to get back soon. Tree Man! Ugh, gonna get back up there. He needs a 4+ to stand up because he doesn't have quite enough movement allowance to actually get up, because it does take 3 movement allowance to use to get up, but him with the inherent 2, he has to get that stand up move, and that's kind of why you take the +1 in movement allowance if possible for your Tree Man, so you don't have to do the 4+ roll to even just get up. Not only do you have to contend with the root, but you also have to worry about the stand-up ability. War Dancer, he's going to get that pass here, and then the handoff, and he's going to flub that catch here. And that is, time here. Lizard Team, yes, he'll take it. And, oh boy, Lizard Team now, this is it. This is the chance. And he's going to start off with the Lizard hit. Ball will scatter in a great spot. That scatter. Holy crap, and it was just a push, so it's against 3 tackle zones, but he does still have another blitz. He's going to be able to get him into it. The ball scatters. That's at least a lot better than where it was before, but it's going to be at the back left side, and so Skink's going to have to swing around, pick it up, and then if he flubs to pick up, the ball might actually go out of bounds, but that's okay. I guess he has this chance now to pick this ball up. And unfortunately, the +1 in agility skink, he's out. He did not put him in, and so that's going to be too bad. But he does still have Hemlock here to maybe pick that ball up. Or is he going to use this guy here with the side step? Yeah, he's probably going to use his own guy and not Hemlock. I mean, Hemlock is for the stabba. And he will be able to pick that up against the tackle zone. And he will be able to move through his own guy. No, he's going to be fine. He's going to be able to get through here. And then after that, secure the ball up, and Ducke is looking like he's going to be moving on to the semifinals after this nice offensive stop here. But don't forget, War Dancers does have that strip ball ability. He just needs to jump on through and get there, and hell, he doesn't even need to jump on through when you got the Tree Man leaving the space here. Sidestep's going to save him. Strip ball, though, is going to make that ball pop out, scatter here to this Saurus, and 50% catch. He's not going to be able to get there. Ball lands in a great spot here for the Wood Elves against just 1 tackle zone. He should be able to pick this guy up for an assist. Maybe get out of there. No, okay, he's not going to do any blocks here. He's got that's a lineman there. He could have had another guy to get the assist here. But okay, well, I guess he wanted to dodge away and then put him here without putting a go for a roll. So there we go, and he does get him on there. He does get the 2-die block, and this is going to be a free ball there, and Holba avoids disaster. Strip ball, that's kind of why you take strip ball for your War Dancers, to stop any madness there. No sure hands here for Ducke's Wraithraisers and Holba's Renegades, bowing down towards the crowd in celebration. KO is still going to stay out, but that's okay because he's going to be putting the +1 in agility skink in there. And honestly, that's going to be the huge crutch here for Ducke's Lizard Team. Nobody with sure hands, and he can't guard against that strip ball. War Dancers can get in there. Hell, even if it's a 2 red die block, then that's okay, because push both down die. The defender stumbles, the defender down die, all of that. He just needs to avoid all of that in the 2 red die blocks. I guess the both down die doesn't really work out because he's got blocks. So the fact of the matter is, he just needs to avoid a skull, and the block won't end the possession. I mean, he just misses, right? So with that, the War Dancer's looking pretty strong here, and honestly, the Lizard Team needs to get rid of these guys if he's going to have a chance at winning this ball game there. 1-0 though, and he did score it pretty quick here. So Lizard Team, Ducke proved this time and time again. Slow, methodical Blood Bowl wins the day. He just needs to press up the pitch and then to score it. no crazy inducements for either side. I forgot to check that in the beginning of the game, but no crazy inducements for either side. And so Crocscore is going to come in there. He really just needs to put guard on all the sides there. We've seen that done here for Ducky's team. When he played the Dark Elf team and had played against Anarian's Wood Elf team, he did manage to always put guard on the corners of the cages. So if the War Dancer did jump in, it'd be a 2 red die block. But the big difference is that nobody with sure hands can't really protect against the 2 red die block here of the strip ball. So that's tremendous. Yeah, I changed it back to 3500 POTUS. I'm telling you, it's not the kilobits. I have the upload speed. I don't know. It's just a day. It's Twitch. Twitch has a lot of people streaming, and I believe they throttle the people that they are not partnered with. So that's my opinion. Because again, when I used to stream on YouTube a lot, I had no issues with lag. I mean, once in a while, yeah, I did, but most of the time, I never had as much problems as I did with Twitch. In fact, I would be lagging behind on Twitch, and then after that, I would switch over to YouTube, no lag. Yep. And actually, I do like YouTube streaming a lot better because the graphics is a lot better. It's a lot more clean than the Twitch. When I port this video over to Twitch, I mean, from Twitch to YouTube, there's still a little bit of a graininess, but when I stream on YouTube, no graininess whatsoever. But less people watching. Yeah, higher the better, POTUS. Alright, Lizard Team now. He's got the rock. All he needs to do is just keep guard on everywhere of the ball carrier, and he'll be fine. Wood Elves did not do anything crazy. He's just going to be standing back here and then awaiting the Lizard Team's moment in which he's going to make the move. Wood Elf Team doesn't want to sacrifice his War Dancers as of yet, so still just playing soft here and just going to be keeping his guys back for the time being and just waiting for this Lizard Team to make his move. And it looks like Ducke's Lizard Team is going to be reforming the cage right here on the right side, and this might be the time to strike as soon as the cage is a little bit more exposed, as it may be right here. Then this could be it. Again, 2 red die blocks, and the War Dancers aren't afraid to make that block. And this is kind of why the Saurus, as you can see here, Ducke is so smart right there. He's going to move his guys away so that when the strip ball does happen, when they does leap in there, then the scatter may end up on a empty square and not on the Saurus here, that he will flub the catch afterwards, because it'll probably be a 6+ for him to catch the ball. So here he's actually leaving some empty squares here for the ball to land on, and then after that the follow-up for the Wood Elves will be even more difficult. So very smart positioning here from Ducke. I mean, just these little things here. I mean, it's like Ducke is just on another level. He's on another planet. It's just, I mean, holy crap, you know, I mean, wow. It's just these little, you wouldn't notice these things, but me being a very analytical player and me being a very good analytical, minded coach here, it's just, I see these things and it's just wow, absolutely wow. So there we go. So now the ball here is going to be maybe moved up some more. Again, War Dancer's not going to be making the move as of yet, and he's okay with what we're seeing right now. I think he's okay. Yeah, tree's gonna go down there. Well, that's gonna happen. I mean, really, tree. You see a coach take multiple blocks on a tree, and you have to wonder, right? I mean, I know I know I'm kind of hitting him hard underneath the belt there, but I mean, please don't take multiple blocks for your trees, guys out there. Please stop. I mean, it's okay idea. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, it's just It's just how many times they're gonna use it in the match. And I guess if he's gonna make the blitz, maybe. But he now he needs to stand up 4+, and then he needs to, and then after that he needs to hit him, right? Which they have blodge, and so not an easy thing to do. So he's okay with this. Tree Man does not get up. Fails to stand up. See, if he would have blitzed with them, he would have been all in trouble. He's going to be able to jump over here, leap, and finally he's going to try to make his move now. Leap is going to make it, and he will be able to get a 1-die block, and that's going to be great. And he gets the hit in strip ball. People tell me to get 12 is stunned. He would have liked to get a 12. He got 11 instead, as you see. And he flubs that pickup roll against the Crocs to score. Ball is getting just muffed everywhere. Finally, Hemlock ends up with it. That's beautiful. Lizard team is going to get saved. And we might actually see a score coming up in the next bit. And I believe the Lizard team has probably seen enough. Actually got that 1-die block in there after getting the catcher back up and taking away this assist here. And actually, it didn't put the other guard guy up here, and so he didn't have a guard back here for. Actually, he did. It's just since he's leaving an empty square, he was not able to get the other guy in there with the guard to help out and make it a 2 red die block. So instead, gets a 1 red die. Or actually, not 1 red die, but a 1 regular die. And now, Lizard team, will he score it? I think he's going to score it, honestly. I mean, look at the position here. After a whole bunch of hits on the Wood Elves, then he should actually get in there and get the blitz off first. You definitely want to surf out the War Dancer, the very dangerous one. Gets the push, and that's going to be great. Mr. Red-haired man with the +1 in agility. Oh, Ares, he's injured. Oh, that's beautiful. That's exactly what the Lizard team needs for the long term. It's going to be an MNG Apothecary, and it's going to continue to be an MNG. That is tremendous. That's the one with 9 movement allowed. So hard to stop. And that is even the one with Dauntless and Strip Ball, with the Tackle, with the Mighty Blow. All that beautiful stuff here. And stab ability is going to be used on him. Hemlock is going to stay his ground. Not afraid of the War Dancer leaping. He's like, come at me, bro. You're going to jump in here. You're going to get surfed out and perhaps suffer the same fate as Ares. And so, War Dancer seeing that, I think the Lizard team has found something here. War Dancers aren't going to jump in there and risk anything because he does have sidestep. And so, this could be the answer to these War Dancers there. Yeah, I know. A good elf is a dead elf, right? Yeah. Especially these War Dancers. Wood elves. So he's actually going to still commit to the blitz. Yes, he's going to commit to the blitz. And going to fail that leap. And he's going to get stunned. But I guess maybe good thing he did, because now he might just get fouled or something for his troubles. And he should be moving the ball up after a nice little blitz on the kick lineman with the blodge. And defender down die. That's going to be the one with tackle. So he just needed a defender stumbles or defender down die. And Ducke is looking pretty good here. Going into the second half, should be able to continue on with the offense. Nice methodical push here. Looks like Ducke's going to go in there and go into the halftime locker room 1-1. Not afraid of anything. Moving up the Crocs to score, moving up the stars, all of these guys with guard, as you can see there, beautiful positioning, and with the War Dancer stunned, can just cage up normal, doesn't need to leave a couple of spaces there, and this should be a guaranteed touchdown coming up. Wow. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Duck. Will he repeat, POTUS? Will he be repeating? Three-peat? Can we say three-peat? Oh man, I haven't seen a three-peat ever. I've seen back-to-back championship wins, but I have not seen three-peats. And that's incredible to me. Now all the Wood Elves can do is just maybe hope for an injury there. Trying to target a skink. But the Wood Elf team himself doesn't really have that many guys with the tackle ability. Hell, the guy with the tackle actually went out with the injury. So now it's the Wood Elves who are going to have a little bit of a difficult time taking down any of the Blodge guys. And he only has one War Dancer left with that strip ball. And so that's going to be too bad. Lizard team, he looks like he's going to go hunting here before he scores it. Looks like he's going to do a little bit of a hunt. He's going to get the 3-die block. And defender down. Beautiful. He will be able to get the hit on the catcher. No big injuries. And so Hemlock is going to take it in himself. Who cares about the SPP? 1-1. Ducke's Wraithraisers looking good. Lizard team, he has the possession half coming up. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. Lizard team is going to get his skink back, but who cares? Because he's got Hemlock. Magic Dome still going to protect against any weather changes, so that's going to be beautiful. Lizard team now, he's got the offensive series, and all he needs to do is grind it out. He just needs to really worry about one War Dancer, and that's it. Honestly, I mean that's all the weapons that the Wood Elf team has. You can count this tree out with that multiple block. I know I'm laughing a little bit, but I mean honestly, it's not gonna really work out. Nice little kick here. Throw rock, rest format. And that's one less SARS. Ooh, it's going to be causing an injury there. Armor value break. And then an injury. So Apotheker is going to be used on him. And it was not a long-term injury. It was just a no big injury. But he did end up using the Apothecary. He wants the SARS back in here just in case. And Boneheaded Dice will lead off the way. He could become the new England Patriots. The Patriots. Didn't they 4-peat? No, they didn't, huh? They 3-peat, and then after that, they lost the next year, and then they 3-peated again or something. I forget now. I mean, they won the Super Bowl so many damn times. Ugh. Patriots. I guess if I was, living out there in Boston, I'd be like, yay! But I don't live in Boston, guys. Alright, +1 agility skink. He's going to grab the rock here. And gonna again continue on with that empty square positioning, as you can see here from Ducky. He still needs to watch out for that one War Dancer. And not gonna re-roll that, and he's gonna get hit. And finally the tree man's like, yes, I can do some multiple blocks. Multi-blocks. He needs to get a couple assists here before he does it though, because you don't wanna get you don't wanna get whamma jammed by your own multi-blocked. Multi-block. Hey, he's gonna be able to hit down this SARS. He's gonna be able to hit down this SARS, and hell, this SARS, he's got no block, so that's gonna be great. Here we go. Boom. He's gonna be able to get that hit. Defender down die even. Step on through, buddy. Step on through, buddy. And oh, no more blocks. Oh well. I guess I can't blame him because he's a 4 strength guy and he's 6 strength, so. You're not going to do anything crazy. Strip ball, though, with the blitz from the War Dancer. Ball is out. And as you can see there, the skink right there flubbed this pickup, actually. And still lands in an okay spot for the Lizard team. So as you can see, this is working out tremendously well here for this Lizard team. As you can see, he's able to choose which sidestep place he wants to go. And then it will scatter in one of these 8 spots here. And then it will be a little bit something off for the Wood Elf team to get to. 2 tackle zones to get through, but he gets it anyways. Elf BS. Elf BS. But that's okay. He's still standing right there. So he still has a shot at getting to the ball carrier. It's just going to be a catcher, so it should just be able to maybe blitz him down with maybe the cross score. He's got break, tackle, and dodge, so he can actually do this if he doesn't bonehead it. And just needs to get a assist here. No, he doesn't even need assist. He's going to get the 3 block all by himself, I think. And holy crap. Nice little KO. That will begin things nicely. He's going to go ahead and get the blitz off with the stab skink, and actually went and tried to stab him. Whoa. Whoa, my boy. He didn't actually try to do it with his cross score. I guess fearing the bonehead, or did he bonehead already? No, he did not bonehead. So I'm a little bit curious at that. He didn't actually blitz him with the croc score, but I guess wanting to use the stab to maybe get him down, as well as maybe causing an injury. And he is going to be able to get to him, but it is a stand firm croc score. So he's going to have to make a 3+ dodge somewhere after a blitz by the War Dancer, and he gets the both down die. That's going to be enough to take him down. That's the one with diving tackle even. So definitely want to take him down. But I think he has a dodge around the top, and he's in range to score it. He's got loads of movement allowance, 8 and then plus sprint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He should be able to make it there with maybe 1 go for a roll. Yes, he is. And 2-1. Holba, Renegades. I really feel like Ducks probably should have blitzed with the croc score instead there to get the 3-die block. But instead went for the stab, and that's not too awesome. I mean, it's not going to be every day you're going to get the stab through. I mean, I'm not sure about that. I don't even... 3-die block, I think, would have been a little bit better. Would have been a little bit better there. And so that is it. Wood Elf team scores it. And he gets through. I guess he wasn't too afraid because he was able to get the diving tackle. He felt he had the croc score and the diving tackle skink. So maybe he thought he can get them all in there. But after the blitz on the diving tackle, all he needs to do is make a 3+ dodge, right? I mean, I'll take that any day. And the cross score doesn't have tackle, so it was a 1 in 9 chance of him failing it. I mean, that's not too bad. I'd take those odds any day. Lizard team now, he needs to score it and needs to move the ball up, and he could still tie it up. This still could go into overtime, guys. Ducky's not out of it, but this is the first time in a long time that I've seen Ducky kind of be in this position, I think. But he is a skilled coach, as I said before, and can definitely recover. Gets the pickup, and now he's just going to cage up harder. He's not going to leave the 2 spaces here, because I guess anyways it didn't really work out too well. But honestly, the catcher had to pick it up against 2 tackle zones. So now Ducky's actually going to do a different approach here. He's going to go and put the skinks in front of the line there, so that if any of the War Dancer, or just one War Dancer here on the pitch, tries to jump on through, then he's going to have to contend with yet another skink. Ooh, take root there. Beautiful stuff here. He'll take that. Multiple block doesn't seem so good right now. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop on that. All right. Wood Elf's now going to be moving up and getting in front of this cage, and with the tree man. You know, the nice thing about tree man is at least he'll be able to keep his tackle zones, right? And then he'll still be in the center of the pitch, holding everything up for this Wood Elf team. So all they need to do is kind of play around this tree man, and they'll be okay. But still, wouldn't you like to see that tree, you know, maybe use the multiple blocks a little bit more, maybe, eh? I know, War Dancer's too strong. Wood Elves, just like I said before, anytime you're playing a Wood Elf team, they always have a chance of taking it all the way. And there we go. Where was that stab earlier? But he does get the armor value break, and he does get the stun on that injury. That's going to be Buttes. And the skink here is going to move up a little bit. He's going to just kind of inch up his way. 5 more turns left to play. Lizard team, Duck just wants to get into OT at this point. Lizard team does have a bit of an advantage because one of the War Dances are out now, and the tree has taken root. So basically, all of the weapons gone, I guess. They still have these dangerous catchers, but As you saw in that last bit, all you need is just a little bit of FBS and that's it. Go, Craxy. Yes. Sidestep. Gonna be moving in there. Nice little defender down die. Both down die, and that's gonna be good. Take down that skink. No level ups on that man. And one die blocks. Not gonna do well. And oh, gonna get 136 there. And gonna get injured to boots. That's why you don't do one die blocks, ladies and gentlemen. That could happen to you, especially with armor value 7. The Saurus will take that, and that's even the Mighty Blow Saurus. So he's gonna really pay for that. That's probably why he actually rerolled that, because he was like, ooh, that's a Mighty Blow one. I'm not going to get hit. And unfortunately, he did get hit for his troubles. And that's going to be great. Lizard team now. He could just, hit down that guy, hit down this guy, blitz down this guy. Might actually be even get the surf if he doesn't just get the push here. And unfortunately, just going to be a push. So no surfies unless he wants to maybe do a stunty into this area and then do the block. That might actually happen, but I don't know. That's a little bit too risky for my taste. We'll see though. Ball's gonna still hang back for the time being, and luckily this guy got pushed. Had he not gotten pushed there, ooh, would have been more. Oh, actually, he still had this guy right here, so the surf is not too bad. Yeah, it would have been a little bit more difficult still. Because this guy's still up, so no surf. No surf, but it does help that this guy's right there. Does get that blitz down, does want to take down the tackle lineman because he's the only one left on the pitch, really, with that tackle. Everybody who does have tackle, well, they're out! Here comes the War Dancer. So menacing. Just going to try to leap in there. He gets into the backfield and unfortunately going to fail that go for roll. So he's going to use that re-roll here and going to be a 2-die block. And that's going to be good enough because he's got strip ball. Ball is going to get out of there and it's going to fall in a great spot for the Lizard team. Beautiful. Like this time there's going to be no follow-up because this is against 5 tackle zones. So that is really great. And now Ducky's like, hey, maybe this cage would have been working out a little bit better earlier, hey? Yeah. Saurus gonna get a nice little armor value break and gonna pave the way, I think. Should be able to get this blitz off. And it will be the tackle. Saurus doing the blitzing and sidestep into the ball. He's gonna maybe try to force his ball in a bad spot there. And this is okay. This is okay. And there we go. Still going to be landing in a great spot here for Ducky, and he should be able to pick that ball up again with the +1 agility and swing around maybe the right side or maybe even the center. There we go. Center, and we should be seeing a 2-2 tie now, barring some type of crazy miracle by the Wood Elf team. I mean, I really feel like the Wood Elf team has just been absolutely outclassed here by the Lizard team, and Elf BS is pretty much the only thing kind of saving the Wood Elves at this point. I mean, I feel like the Lizard team has just been doing everything correctly, and he's got that War Dancer injured, and that's exactly what he needs. Even if it's just one of the two, that's perfect. And now the tree is gonna get rooted. That's another perfect thing. But unfortunately, those catchers too fast, too strong, as you say, POTUS. Nice little injury, no long-term effect, but that's gonna be great. One less blodge to worry about, and here comes a foul by a skink, and will not be able to take down that War Dancer. Kind of a last-minute decision, I feel like, but why not? It's got +2 to that attack and didn't break armor. That's too bad. Actually rolled a 8 on that. 8 should have been good enough, I thought. I know that's not it. It's up here. Oh well, too bad. He will be able to get his War Dancer up after dodging through a million tackle zones, and he will be able to leap through, and he got out and got the push. Strip ball, and Hemlock's gonna flub it, but no real follow-up afterwards, but at least the ball is on the grass. But still, turn 15 and stab failure. All he needs to do is pick this ball up, and he should be able to get a blitz here on this catcher. And ooh, just going to be a push here. So it's making it even more difficult. Lizard team has to get there to this ball to tie it up 2-2. Lizard team now needs something. He's going to mark it up with the croc score just in case something happens. Blitz is going to come from the bottom side and going to take down this catcher. Good thing he's got the defender down die. And he's just going to pick this ball up against the tackle zone with the +1 in agility, man. So we'll see if this is going to work out. He's going to go and put up yet another skink here in the backfield. He's already forming up the cage. So he's going to plan to pick this ball up and then move back here. And he does. Oh, he got everything there. 3+ into a 2+ dodge. And he got it. And the Lizard team, Ducke, just needs to hold on for one more turn to push this into OT. Oh, man, looking good here. I really feel like it had the other War Dancer not gone out early from that injury due to the surf, it would have been a lot better off here. But one War Dancer, Rooted Tree, he's not in it. There's only, what, 5, 6 more elves on the pitch. That's it. So we'll see about this. War Dancer needs to leap in there somehow, some way, and get the ball out. He's going to have to pick up a whole bunch of guys here in the backfield if he wants to do something with it. He's going to leap in. He's going to be able to get a 1-die block. Both down die. That's not good enough, so he has to re-roll that. And he does get the defender stumbles. This is not the one with tackles, so he's going to stay up. Ball's going to fly out. And the SARS, he is going to be dropping it. And that's a okay spot for the Wood Elf team. That's an okay spot. That's just one tackle zone. He will dodge away. And it will go out for the fly. So he's going to plan to pick it up with this guy after dodging out just a 2+ dodge into a 3+ pickup, into another 2+ dodge, into another 2+ dodge, to another 2+ pass. And he is the 3+ pass. Oh my gosh. And he is inaccurate. But actually, I think, no, actually he did not. Okay, so he did not throw it to this guy. He actually threw it away. He punted the ball away. And very smart move by Holba because Lizard team is nowhere near the ball. Skink, yes, he's away. So he punted the ball away. Beautiful shot. I thought he was going to throw to this guy, but why do that when the Lizard team can still get the blitz off on him and then maybe get the ball back? And that is a good maneuver, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Ducke is going to fall. 2-1, and the Ducke Dynasty is over. It's absolutely over. Ducks team loses. My pick is all wrong here. I'm 0-4 in picks. All of my picks have lost. The VG curse. Oh man, hashtag VG curse. Anyways, catcher, he picks the ball up. 2 go for it rolls, and he's going to make it 3-1 to put the icing on the cake. Holba takes down a behemoth of a coach with Elf BS. But truthfully, nobody with sure hands is what killed the Lizard team. Strip ball too strong. Oh man, 3-1, and Ducke goes down. And the one skill that the Lizard team needed here today, sure hands. That's all I need to say. If he had sure hands, Ducke would have more than likely have gotten through. Not to say that Renegades maybe still would not have won, but honestly, with him being down so many guys, War Dancer also being injured, and not being able to use multiple block on that tree, holy crap. Hashtag sure hands, we'll go with that instead. Oh man, I cannot believe that, and Ducke is gone, and we have a whole bunch of guys here that I've never really heard of into the next round of Blood Bowl. Let's check out the brackets there. And as you can see there, Wraithraisers of Ducke goes down to Holba's Renegades. And convincingly, 3-1. Renegades move on to Woohoo Boys. Nickerman's team is going to be taking on this Elf BS of the Renegades. Of the Wood Elf team, El Portavos. Ringtail is going to be taking on a large Thuds Orc team. all coaches I have not really heard of, but what I have seen so far, I like Woohoo Boys, Woohoo Babies, Necromantic team, and can the Orc team get more injuries here on this High Elf team? But honestly, I like the High Elves here. So Necromantic team and High Elves are possibly going to be there at the finals. So those are my predictions. We're going to be ending here with that. And boy, I mean, let's go ahead and just confirm the roundup. I am an admin for the Champions Ladder, and so I have power, baby. We're going to be advancing the brackets here. So woohoo, baby. Going to be taking on the Renegades and hopefully take them out. And El Porvos, he will be taking on the Royal Eatment. But Royal Eatment, you know, maybe I could change my vote here. I like this Orc team a lot. I mean, look at this bruising team here. And he's got the two blitzers here with the tackle ability. So that's really nice. Too bad he doesn't have the other 30 player, but I guess that's okay. Maybe I should do a little bit more analysis here before I call it here. The Orc team is going to be down in team value. So he'll be able to get a couple of bribes even and a wizard. So that might be enough. But boy, when you look at this High Elf team, all these stat abilities up, +1 agility, +1 is strength, this one +1 is strength, this one +1 is agility, more +1s. I mean, I have to say, I do like the High Elf team still. So even with a bunch of inducements, I like them. I really do. High Elf team, I think is going to take that one. And the Necromantic team against the Wood Elf team. And both of these guys, the Necromantic team is still down a Werewolf, but don't forget that the Wood Elf team, he's actually going to be down his War Dancer in the next bit, as you can see right here. Where is that? I missed him. There he is. He's going to be down his massive War Dancer with all of the skills. He got Dauntless, he got, you know, the Mighty Blow, Tackle, Strip Ball, all this madness. I guess he still has a War Dancer there that pretty much saved him the game in the last bit. And, you know, honestly, I think Necromantic team, does he have sure hands? I think that's the difference, really. Let's check it out. I think he does. And, yes, he does have the Ghoul here with the sure hands, but he's got a niggling injury there. And -1 to any injury rolls on him, so he's a bit suspect. If he gets hit a couple of times, then he's going to just lose the ball and no sure hands man anymore. So at least he does have sure hands though, but War Dancers, he's gonna have to stand up to the bruising. But still, I'm gonna go against the Wood Elf team. I'm just not a Wood Elf lover. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Thanks so much for joining me, guys, for all this Blood Bowl action. More to come. Semi-final round coming right at you. Who's going to take it now? The championship is up for grabs for a new winner with a new race. Oh, man. Who do you like, POTUS? Who do you like in the next bit? Oh, man. I don't even know myself. These are all just reluctant picks. Just absolutely reluctant. I'm just like, I'm picking the Necromantic team, and then I'm picking the High Elf team. That's my choices. And that's it. That's all we're going to go with. Yeah, honestly. You like Woohoo Baby and the Orcs? You're just the Bash lover, though. You like the Orcs? Orcs win things a lot. That's why I'm a little bit against the Orcs. But honestly, with the way the Orcs have been playing with so many injuries, he's going to be able to just injure up the High Elf team and then make me eat my words, right? Well, we'll see in the next bit. But for right now, for those of you watching out there, if you haven't already, hit that follow button and also hit me up on YouTube as well. Subscribe, like my videos there as well, and I will love you for it. Love, L-O-V-E-E. And definitely, you will see lots more of me casting games replays coming up. Brett's won first season, and then the Dark Elf team won. And they were both piloted by Ducke. Yeah, elves are just too strong. Wood elves, high elves. You're always going to see an elf somewhere in the championship. As long as they're able to get some skills to protect their players, then they'll be alright. You see no orcs? Bye-bye, Ducky. No, you know what? I really hope a Bash team wins it. But I really like the Necromancer team. I really do. I think out of all of them, I mean, he's come against the most odds, right? Well, I guess maybe Renegades, because he had to play against Ducky, and he almost didn't even make the playoffs here. I mean, had Anarian reached us in time to get his Wood Elves in, then it would have been his Wood Elf and then Sean 18's other Wood Elf team, and they both, well, I don't know, Anarian would have been masterful on the Wood Elf team, so who knows, right? Alright, well, we'll talk more about it later, guys, so we'll see you guys later, and more to come. I do cast pretty much every night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. I do these things on the weekends whenever they do play it. So I don't really have a schedule for when I'm able to do this because it's just whenever I'm free on the weekends. So unfortunately, I can't really get a schedule on for these games. But as you can see here, I pop on. I mean, again, just follow along and you'll get the notification, right? All right. I'll talk to you guys later.